Hello, this is Always Movie Madness, and I'm going to be doing a movie review of Shang-Chi. This movie I really love. It's one of my favorite movies in the MCU. I mean, I do think Iron Man is a way better movie, but this, in terms of like Phase 4, it is really good. The storyline is really interesting. It revolved around Shang-Chi being recruited by his dad, Wenwu, who tells him that they can get his mother back from the dead and become his family again. At first, Shang-Chi goes along with it, but he finds out that his dad is going to tell Leung to go to the Grand Gates because he keeps hearing his wife's voice, but then it turns out it's the Dweller in Darkness, so it's up to Shang-Chi to take down his father and the Dweller in Darkness, and that's basically what the story is for this film. And the storyline is actually really interesting, but the performances are much better, are really amazing. Sammy Liu, for this being his very first movie, he did a tremendous job as Shang-Chi, or Shang-Chi, as his... It gets a little confusing, they even make a joke about that. But Shang-Chi as a character is very tragic. You feel bad for him because he lost his mother when he was younger. He had to watch her be killed by the Iron Gang. And what I like about Shang-Chi is that he's funny, but he's not overly silly. He's more funny in a deadpan kind of way. And that's what I like about Sammy Liu's performance. The scene where Shang-Chi calls out his father for threatening to burn down Tao Lao is a really dark scene because he said you can't just march into someone else's land and threaten them and kill them. And that was a really dark scene. So overall, I think Shang-Chi is one of the best new heroes in the MCU. Now I talk about the thing everyone hates in this movie, the thing that people say is the most annoying thing in the MCU, Aquafina as Kitty. I don't fucking understand it. I love this character. She's like the audience in the film, and Aquafina's performance is really funny. There are moments where she is serious. There's a very good emotional moment where she talked to Shang-Chi about letting go of the past, and it was a really tragic moment. But the scene that was really funny is where she looks down, like the building's crumbling, and she says, "Oh, hell no, screw you, I'm not doing this." And that was, like, really funny. Yes, she does scream a lot. I fully acknowledge it, but that's what makes the character funny. Again, she's like the audience. And her and Sammy Liu have tremendous chemistry. Ben Kingsley reprises his role as Trevor Slattery from Iron Man 3, and they actually address what happened to him. He was like Wenwu's court jester, but he was sentenced to death for stealing his name. And the dynamic between him and Shang-Chi is really funny. The part that I always find funny in this movie is the scene where he says, oh, the way I want to become an actor, that I watch, the Planet of the Apes films, and I thought those were real monkeys acting, but it turned out it was people in costumes, and that was really funny. Morat, the fluffy whatever it is with wings, that was really cute. Death Dealer, really creepy MCU side villain. He doesn't talk. The mask he wears is really awesome. Razor Fist is really interesting. He started out bad, but then he redeems himself. But when I talk about the performance, I love Tony Leung. Absolutely steals the entire movie as Wenwu / Mandarin. Wenwu is essentially the MCU's version of Dreyfus from Dawn of Planet of the Apes because both characters are broken. They lost everything. Wenwu is a villain that you feel bad for, but you don't agree what he's doing. You understand that he thinks that, oh, if I bring back my wife, I can be happy again. But Shang-Chi says she's not back there. Wenwu's dialogue is amazing. Especially the most memorable quote is where he's fighting his son for the first time. And he says, "You were there when they came for her, and you did nothing. You stood at a window and watched her die." Really awesome villain quote. Love everything about this character. The only thing I don't like is that they killed him off. I get why, because he saved his son, which that was an emotional scene. But I wish he was in more MCU movies. He does come back on What If, but played by a different actor. But I think Wen-Wu was a tremendous villain. I can talk forever on why I think Wen-Wu is one of the best villains in the MCU. Um, the final battle, the action sequences are great. Especially the one with the Dwell in Darkness. That thing was like really, really dark and very scary. It's essentially sending Soul Eater to eat the person's souls, which killed them. I don't know the director's name, but he did a tremendous job directing this film. He knew how to make a good Shang-Chi film. I like how he mixes both powerful moments with some funny moments. And unlike Taika Waititi with Thor Love and Thunder, this director actually gets full creative control. I love him how he develops Wen-Wu. He could have made Wen-Wu a generic villain who just wants to kill people for no reason, but no, he gives Wen-Wu a very beautiful and powerful backstory. And he's just a very interesting character. And he did a tremendous job with the directing. The action sequences are great, especially that final battle in the film. The fight scene between Shang-Chi and his sister. Really awesome scene. I could talk forever of why I love this movie, but it is one of the best MCU movies. So in conclusion, I love this movie. This is one of the better Phase 4 movies because I think Thor Love and Thunder was too silly. Black Widow was just forgettable. Eternals was decent. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was great, but depressing. But this film is perfect. I do think Spider-Man No Way Home is way better, but this one's a close second. The Mandarin, aka Wen-Wu, is one of the best villains in the MCU. Tony Leung just gives one of his best performances of his entire career. All the jokes are funny. All the emotional stuff is the best part. The fight scenes. This is a really great MCU martial arts film. Again, the cinematography is beautiful, especially the look at Tao Lao. And again, I can talk forever of why I like this film, but in the end, I'll leave it with this. This is one of the best movies in Phase 4, and it's easily in my top 3 favorite films of 2021. So I give Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings a 10 out of 10. So that is my movie review of Shang-Chi. Hope you guys enjoyed.